Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to learn the basic of grammar, the first chapter, that is sentences, the types of sentences. So, what is a sentence? A sentence may be defined as a group of words that contains a subject and a predicate and expresses a complete thought. For example, the baby is smiling. We must remember that a sentence always begins with a capital letter and it ends with a period, full stop or question mark. A sentence is divided into two parts, subject and predicate. So what is a subject? The subject tells us about the sentence. For example, in this example, my pet is a koala. My pet is the subject because the sentence is about my pet. Next, we move on to predicate. The predicate tells us about the subject. So here, the predicate is a koala. The subject is my pet and about my pet, rather what is my pet? The answer is koala. That is why subject is my pet and is the verb, a koala is the predicate. So we move on to the classification of sentences according to its uses. According to use, sentences are classified or termed as declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. What is a declarative sentence? A declarative sentence is one which states or declares something or one that states a fact. Example of the declarative sentences: the students are playing basketball. So any sentence that declares anything or says anything is known as declarative sentence. In a declarative sentence, the subject usually comes before the verb. It starts, of course, with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. So as it has already been explained, once again, the example says the students are playing basketball. In this sentence, it is declared that the students are playing basketball. You can see it begins with a capital letter and as per the rule of declarative sentence, it is ending with the period or full stop. Some more examples of declarative sentences. Students study their lessons. He is the owner of the lot where our house stands. I am a teacher. The sun rises in the east. Next, we move on to the next category of sentence, that is imperative sentence. So what is an imperative sentence? An imperative sentence is one which expresses a request, command, or an advice. An example of imperative sentence: please give me a glass of water. This is, of course, a request. Next, we move on to imperative sentence. So what is an imperative sentence? An imperative sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period or full stop. Generally, the subject is not mentioned and only the predicate is expressed. Some other examples of imperative sentence are go to school. This is a command. You can see, students, here the subject is not mentioned. The subject is implied. That is you. You need to understand the subject which is not mentioned. So this is an imperative sentence and command. Next, we move on to the next example, that is Please close the door. This is request. Again, the subject is not mentioned. This is implied. Always speak the truth. The case is same with the third sentence also. This is an advice, a piece of advice given. The subject is not mentioned. You need to understand, we need to understand because the subject is implied. Next category is interrogative sentence. What is an interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is one that asks a question. Example, do you know that man? An interrogative sentence usually begins with an asking word or a question word with the first letter in capital and always ends with a question mark. Here, let me tell you, the asking word or the question word usually means the WH words. Some examples of interrogative sentence. Do you know how to write a poem? Of course, this question did not begin with the WH word. It began with a verb. Next example, did the child eat his dinner? Why did you come late? See, this question sentence began with the WH word, why. And as the characteristics of interrogative sentences, it will always end with a question mark. Have you received my gift? Where do you live? Next comes exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence is one which expresses a sudden or strong emotion or feeling such as happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear or excitement. Example, help, our house is on fire. So this is a sudden expression, house is on fire, and you are expressing your sudden fright and emotion. An exclamatory sentence cannot be a single word. It usually begins with a capital letter and ends with an exclamation mark. Sometimes a period is used to lessen the force of exclamation. Examples of exclamatory sentences. What a good dinner that was. Oh my God. Run for your life, Jules. Forgive me, mother. Ah, here comes his wife. You have seen in these sentences, few sentences ended with exclamation mark or interjection mark, and few sentences ended with a full stop. For example, in the first sentence, what a good dinner that was. You are expressing your likeness towards the food that was prepared. So that is why it ended with an exclamation. Next sentence, oh my God. So the expression oh itself is expressing your fear, your emotion. That is why an exclamation mark is put after the word oh. My God, after my God, a period is put or a full stop is put. Next sentence, run for your life, Jose. Forgive me, mother. Ah, here comes his wife. So we come to the end of the lesson, types of sentence. Here I have few questions to test your skills. Tell whether the following sentences is declarative, imperative, interrogative or exclamatory. So the first one, are you aware of the appointment tomorrow? Second one, today is my birthday. Third one, give me a cup of coffee. Fourth one, I hate you. Fifth one, are you from Guyana? Sixth one, please close the door. Seventh one, wow, what a beautiful dress. Last one, my mother is a doctor. Hope this PowerPoint presentation on types of sentence will be helpful to you. Thank you.